What's up guys, it's Contrax and today I will tell you how you can make some money investing in CSGO in 2020. Okay, so if we take a look at the player numbers, you can see that especially in the last few months, but since 2018, there was a huge increase in player numbers. Like we even reached a new high here of 901,000 players, and here is an average player base of 528,000 players, and that's pretty crazy because we haven't had such numbers in the entirety of the game. Like if you look down here, there's nothing quite like that, and that's how you are going to make some money. Okay, so a good example of how the player numbers have affected the market are the cases. Now, especially the breakout case because it has seen a massive price increase. If you look at the past couple of months, you can see that it has risen from about 3 cents to, after the course of some months, to now 76 cents at its high. And if you ask me, like, that is a pretty good example of what the market is capable of, because if that happens to some other cases too, and you invest in enough quantities like I did with the breakout case, you're pretty much rich. Like I didn't buy 10,000 of them, I only have 2,000, but you get what I'm saying here. And that applies to a lot of skins. Let's take a look at the skin that has seen a massive price increase over the last couple of months. For example, the Butterfly Knife Fade. Now, in its time span, you can see that it always was about like 300 euros, sometimes a bit higher, sometimes a bit lower. Here it even dipped to 150, that was during the time when the game was quote unquote dying, during the trade hold and so on. But outside of that, it was like always around the 300 euro mark. Now, we can see here that around the last 3 months, you can see a massive price increase to about 1,000 euros now. And if you ask me, that has two reasons. One, of course, is the breakout case, which this knife comes from. But the other reason is that everyone wants to have a good knife, and the player base is rising, so the demand is as well, right? Let's take a look at skins which haven't seen a price increase yet, regardless of their popularity. So, one example, which I discussed in the last video also, is the Fury Hollow. It's a very good looking sticker. It's by far the best looking sticker out of the Katowice 2019 series. And if you look at the price graph here, you can see that it shot up and was at 55, and now it's kind of going at about 25 euros. And if you ask me, that's not going to stay very long at that, because it's very popular. It's a very good looking sticker. It looks amazing on guns, and there is going to be a point in time where it's going to shoot up. But let's have a look at some other skins. The last skin I want to talk about is the Orb Boom. Now, if you look at the price here, you can see that it always has been around 50 to like 150, sometimes a bit higher, but nothing like too crazy. And if you look here, it's still about that mark. It's at its lows, maybe a bit higher. You can't get it for 50 anymore, but it's nowhere near like some crazy number, which it definitely can be, because if you look at the supply, it's not that high. And I think we will see a price increase here as well, because it looks very good. And like I said, there aren't many of them on the market, so that's very possible. To sum it up, you just have to look at skins, items or stickers that have some kind of popularity and haven't seen a massive price increase or price increase in the last recent months, and then you have a very high chance of making some money. Yeah, if you apply this blueprint to things where you think that it's beneficial, then go for it. I think that now is the time to invest in CSGO, because the player base is as big as it hasn't been ever, and it's your go to make some money, man.